What role is best suited for a mech? And I'm going to give you some options. So you have transport, fighting, medical, harvesting, and manufacturing. Let's start with Adam first.
Fighting.
And why do you think that?
They could be used in the military.
Okay, that's a good
soldiers,
answer.
and you could kill people, and that would be funny.
Yeah. Okay, right. Ryan.
I think fighting.
Okay, well, why do you think that?
Because usually when you see in movies, when you do see mechs, they're in the military, and they're usually these massive killing machines.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So,
agree.
Jamie, what do you think?
Fighting as well.
And why do you think that?
As Ryan said, it is a massive stereotype that they're fighting, but I also think it's easy to draw because there's already so many bases for them.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And Josh?
Utility or manufacturing or whatever you said in that list.
Okay,
You know what I mean though?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because it gives them an actual purpose other than to just be huge killing machines.
Yeah.
I feel like they could be very useful, like chopping wood or just excavating caves.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Okay, I really like that. So, how many people, this is the next question, how many people do you believe should be needed to pilot a mech? So once again, I'm going to give you some options. So the 1, 2, more than 3, like a crew, or 0, so the mech is controlled externally, or all of the above, depending on the mech. So what do you think?
I'm going to say all of the above. Due to if you're a little small one, it could just be one bloke sat in it, walking about on that.
Yeah.
But if you have a massive one, it could be 3, walking about.
Okay.
Could work well.
I like that.
I think what Adam said, it depends on the size of the mech. Just a small little one, you really only need one person. But then if you want this massive skyscraper type mech,
Yeah.
you could possibly have 3 to 4 people. Maybe
You have
even
loads
more.
of people in that, yeah. Okay, Jamie.
I think it's kind of a mix between 1, 2, and externally. Because
Yes.
in the game Titanfall, obviously it's AI and human operated, so it'd be easier to have just one of those ones.
Okay, and Josh.
I see that it could depend on the size, but mostly one person, because I could definitely see a mech being smaller. I definitely couldn't see it some Power Rangers type size mech.
Yeah.
It just seems out of reach.
Okay, I like that. So the next question is, what era do you believe a mech best fits into and why? So an era is a time period in history or in the future, just in case you didn't know. So we're going to go opposite way this time. Josh, what do you think?
So modern day,
Okay.
or slightly on from modern day. Just
Okay.
the technology that we have now, but can be used for a mech. So nothing over futuristic plasma cannons.
Yeah. Okay, so kind of 20, 30 years in the future.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
20, 30 years in the future.
Okay, I like that idea. Jamie.
In my opinion, I think it depends on the type of mech. So if it's an exoskeleton type, maybe near modern era.
Yeah.
But if it's a big mech, probably futuristic.
Okay, so kind of sci-fi elements kind of added in. Okay, Ryan.
I think any time period really. If you want to be quite, unique, you could do one in the past, but make it more primitive. So with strings and wheels and little pulley systems and stuff like that. But then if you wanted to do it more futuristic, then you'd obviously have stereotypes such as these massive plasma guns and massive lasers and all that.
Yeah. Okay, finally, Adam, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to go for Ryan's. I agree very much with that, where it's if it was made out of wood or less known materials in the history, it could fit more then, but if it was futuristic, it would be different materials like that.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
In the future,
Okay, those are some really good answers. So, next question, we're going to move on. What design of mech appeals to you the most? Once again, I'm going to give you some options and you can pick. So, we have the walker mechs. I'm sure you can all kind of envision stuff, kind of big walker, big feet, kind of moving stuff around. An exosuit or exoskeleton, as you said. A spider mech that could climb up walls on ceilings, stuff like that. A puncher mech, a big brawler mech with massive fists, punch people, or a human-like mech. So if you think of the Gundam mechs and stuff like that. So we're gonna go with Josh again because we'll do it two that way to the other.
So I resonate with walkers the most because it just seems the most technological
realistic.
Yeah, but I also like spider ones because they're cool.
Okay, that's
They
a very
look
good
cool.
point.
They look cool.
Okay, that's a very good point, Jamie.
As Josh put it, I resonate with like exoskeleton or exosuit type mechs.
Yeah. Is it like because you feel like someone like could feasibly make that in like the next?
Well, yeah. It's also just because I think in like now say that'd be a lot more useful than giant walker or spider mechs.
Yeah, that's very true. I agree with that. Right, Ryan,
Wow.
what do you think?
I think one's like not the ones that any of you said, but like one that's like hovers, so it doesn't require like any legs or anything.
Oh,
so it's
okay,
just, like,
yeah,
the top half, because it kind of just shows like how advanced and maybe how like sophisticated they are.
Yeah, no, I like that. And then Adam.
I'm gonna say human, even though it's probably not possible to do. Like in the future, could like work well. Do you know what I mean? It looks like a simple-ish design, like going off what other people look like. It could be like, but like scaled up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
It's kind of like Transformers. I'm kind of thinking like where they kind of have a bit of like a humanoid shape to them, but like they do other things. Okay, I like that. So next question. Once again, we're going to have options because we love a couple of options. So what are the best weapons for a mech? So you have a rail gun, which is like just like a massive gun. You have a minigun. You have fists, blades, like heavy weapons, kind of like rockets, stuff like that. So kind of just or like an assault rifle. Just kind of think something like that. So kind of we'll go with Adam first. What do you think, Adam?
I'm gonna say both like rifles and rockets.
Okay.
For like the military aspect of it, because I don't really see like blades being useful. Like you're not gonna fight like a massive monster or anything, are you? Really, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But like with the military aspect of it, like if you have like a big robot with like normal guns type, it would be like more modern day than like a plasma rifle or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Ryan next.
I think for mine, I'd probably pick something like rockets and like cannons and all that, because they're supposed to be these like massive, like basically like heavy hitters with like these massive. So like having a mech with just like machine guns doesn't feel like
it's making as much of an impact.
It doesn't make as much of an impact and doesn't like suit its purpose. It's supposed to be more of like having like heavier weaponry.
Okay, I like that, Jamie.
Probably like a weapon like a minigun and rockets.
Okay. So once again, like the heavy hitting aspect of it, like
yeah, it's just easy to do stereotypes, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. And Josh.
So I vibe with the sword and the railgun.
Okay.
So it has both like melee and.
It's kind of like it's like an all rounder. It can kind of do a bit of everything.
Like, if something's bulletproof, like it's not going to be swordproof.
No,
it has like a sword, like like Cloud from Final Fantasy, like a huge.
Yeah.
Big, sharp metal thing.
No, I like that. I like that idea. So, what kind of person would your ideal mech be made for, and why? So, we'll go with Adam.
I'm gonna say make it basic really, with like a soldier in the army really, but like it could be for different like the Air Force. It could be like mechs that fly. I know that sounds stupid really.
No.
It's futuristic. Do you know what I mean? And it would be
like the Navy are kind of like underwater mechs and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. No, I like that. Okay, Ryan.
I guess just whatever suits its purpose. So like if it was a build, like if it was like not a builder, if it was like more like construction type mech, it would be more like you'd probably have someone who does like
construction,
construction. And if it was like for military use, you'd probably have someone who's like got
trained,
like trained in the military. So
yeah, okay, Jamie.
Yeah, I agree with those two. It just kind of depends what the mech's primary purpose is for.
Okay, and Josh.
Same as them.
Same as them.
For like a utility mech, I could definitely see it for like large companies that can actually afford the technology.
Yeah.
And not them having many.
Because that's the thing. Mechs would be really expensive if you think about it like realistically. So you'd have to have like a massive corporation that can actually afford the tech. Yeah. Right. Let me just see where I'm at. Right. So what influence do you think would be interesting for a mech? So we've got space tech, so if you think like satellites, rovers, things like that. We've got aeronautics, so like planes, jets, RAF kind of tech, like the flying mechs that Adam was mentioning. We've got kind of like vintage, so I was thinking like 1950s, 60s aesthetics, kind of like vintage cars, bikes as kind of like the main inspiration. neo-militarism, so kind of like, if you think of like Cyberpunk 2077, if you've played that game, a lot of the kind of corporation like machines, they're very like angular, blocky, yeah, they're, you know, big and scary, like you won't want to come up against that. We've got medieval, once again, with the primitive technology, wood, pulleys, things like that. What do you think? I'm just going to go random person. Jamie, what do you think?
I think like the arrow one would be cool.
Like the plain one?
Yeah, because if we're making mechs like of what we already have, it would be easiest to do it with like vehicles like planes.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because they've already got like the base like concept of them, right?
And also in the grand scheme of things, the army and the military and like the RAF would actually be able to make this kind of tech because they'll have like the funding and like the people to make it. I like that. Okay, we're gonna go with, I'm just gonna pick someone random. Josh.
I totally agree with Jamie. I can't add anything on to more that he said. Just
so kind of like you like the aeroplane idea.
Yeah, because everything else just doesn't resonate with me, to be fair. Other than the space one, because that one just sounds cool.
Okay, so you like the kind of space tech.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, Ryan.
I think the military one, because I feel like when you usually see mechs, they're these like blocky, like quite rectangular type shape mechs. They're not really. They probably are in some aspects, but they're not really sleek. They're not really like these smooth edged type.
No,
builds. They're more like industrial, like more blocky.
Blocky, kind of more like you know, simple shapes. Okay. And Adam, finally.
Yeah, I'm gonna go off Ryan with the military stuff, like what I've been saying before, where it's like they're always quite blocky and like hard, like sharp edges, sharp surfaces and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that.
What size best matches a mech? So once again, got some choices. We'll pick some people out. So we've got a small, so smaller than human. So average human size just above. We've got large, which is like a 2-story building or a little bit above, and then we've got extreme, which is like a skyscraper, like massive. So gonna go with Josh first.
Right, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm gonna try.
Okay.
I was like, none of the options maybe.
Really yeah.
Wait, let's say we grab Connor and put him on himself 3 times. So it's like it's like 18 foot.
18 foot. Okay.
So just really.
So it's like a
really like tall.
It's like
Titanfall.
Yeah, that Titanfall size mechs. Nothing too big, but nothing too small.
Yeah. Okay.
Can fit a pilot and all the extra tech that's needed.
Quite like this room, really, like the size of the room. Like it's
yeah,
tall.
Upwards, not like
yeah.
Okay. No, I like that. Okay, we'll go with Adam next, just to spice it up.
I'm gonna say like all of them, really. I know it wasn't an answer, but depending on like, say if you wanted like a construction mech that works on like skyscraper buildings, you might want one where it's like a crane arm, which is the size of a skyscraper. Do you know what I mean? But like, if you want like, say if it was like it was designed like a forklift, you would want it like just like larger than a human, so you could like pick stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Adam said, I think it depends on what use. Like, if it's for military purpose, I feel like it should be no taller than like maybe like a building.
Yeah.
But then if it's more for like construction engineering use, it might be like maybe smaller than a human, so it can get into places that humans won't be able to get into.
That's what I was gonna say. If it's a stealth mech, I mean, like, you know, like if you were like sneaking into places trying to get information, that would be kind of better being a bit smaller.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, it really depends on the size. So we'll go with Jamie as the last person.
Also depends on like what the mech is used for. So if it's like just an all-around cleaning mech for your house, you'd want it to probably be a bit smaller.
Yeah.
Maybe like the size of like a small dog.
Yeah.
To get most places. But if it's a military, probably want it to be like an exoskeleton human size, or as Ryan said, like a house size mech.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much for helping, guys. And there we go.